It's official. Tesla FSD Beta wide release is now in full effect. Now, are we going to the flippin' moon? Well, in today's video, we're gonna find out if we're going to the flippin' moon or not by looking in 2023. That's right, in 2023, not this year, because we'll have a much better picture in 2023 with the full FSD Beta wide release then. But as you guys already know, I'm going all into Tesla stock, and this news is sheesh. It's good stuff, man. Now, I do want to point out that it's wide release only in North America, nowhere else. Just in North America, which is Mexico, US, and Canada. But if you're not living in those three countries, that's okay. It's going to come to you guys soon within the next 6, 12, 18 months. Sit tight, because I know there's a lot of excitement over this. But anyways, let's get down to the video. All I ask in return is a like and subscribe if you haven't already, man. Let's go. So as you guys can see right off the bat, there's two charts. There's one with a one-time fee of $15,000 at once, and there's a subscription fee as well, which is $200 a month. We're gonna take a look at both and see what we come up with and what the stock price is. Starting off with a monthly subscription. Total Tesla vehicles on the road. That's what OTR stands for. Now, by end of 2023, I'm predicting there's gonna be around 5.7 million vehicles on the road. How did I come up with this number? Well, in mid-August of 2022, Elon Musk said there's about 3 million Tesla vehicles on the road. And if we use napkin math here and forget about on the entire month of August and look at September, in September they produce about 100,000 vehicles, a bit more than that, but I like to stay conservative and round down the numbers. So that brings it to 3.1 million vehicles on the road, and obviously the last 3 quarters of 2022 is expected to do around 450,000, 460,000, but we're gonna say 400,000 to stay conservative. So right off the bat, there's about 3.5 million vehicles Tesla on the road. Sheesh. But I'm expecting in 2023 they're gonna deliver about 2.2 million vehicles, which brings it up to 5.7 million vehicles by end of 2023. 2023 is gonna be wild for Tesla, man, I'm telling you. Now, FSD in North America, I only put Canada and US because in Mexico, there's not much data out there. I tried to find some credible data, but they only gave me until 2020, and that gave me about like 2,000, 3,000 vehicles max deliveries in Mexico. I don't know if that's true or not. So if you guys are in Mexico watching this video, comment down below and let me know if that's right or not. Curious to know the right amount. But in the US, there's about, I think it's more, but I'm gonna say about 1.5 million Tesla vehicles on the road, and in Canada, there's about 100,000. Now in 2023, out of the 2.2 million vehicles being produced and delivered, I'm expecting about only 600,000 of them to go to North America. I know that sounds a bit ridiculous, but I'm trying to keep things conservative. So that's why I put 2.2 million vehicles here. Now, for the monthly subscription, Tesla has not come out and confirmed how many customers are using the monthly subscription for FSD. The only thing they said recently in Q3, about 160,000 Tesla customers are using FSD, but we don't know how they are using it, whether it's a monthly subscription fee or if it's a full one-time fee of $15,000. We don't know that yet. So we got to speculate here a little bit. According to Elon Musk, he's saying that every single Tesla vehicle will have FSD in the future. So really, he's saying that let's say by 2030, if he sells 20 million vehicles, then 20 million FSDs will be on those cars, which is going to be absolutely insane. So keeping things conservative, I'm going to say 50% because I'm guessing that everyone who owns a Tesla, 80% to 90% of them do want to use the FSD once it's good to go. And what I mean by that is that it's not an FSD beta anymore. It's actual thing. It's approved by the government. You can trust it with your life, and you're good to go. I think pretty much at that point, everybody wants to have an FSD in their car because come on, man, you don't have to drive anymore. You can do other things in the car. Such a time saver. But I'm going to go ahead and say right off the bat for 2023, about 50%. So 50% of 2.2 is about 1.1 million that opt in for the FSD. Then we have the monthly subscription fee of $199. Now, this may increase in 2023. We don't know, but I'm going to put $199 here because that's the info that we have at the moment. And with a monthly revenue of around 219 million. And that's on a monthly basis. That's crazy. Doing some research, it seems like by 2023, profit margin is closer to 50% for FSD, which does make sense because it's just a software. There's not that much expenses here. It's just literally free money for Tesla at this point. It's ridiculous. But I reduced it down to 44, which is 2022, 2021's profit margin for FSD. But 44% of the monthly revenue gives about over $96 million in profit every single month. I mean, that's just insane. If you times that by 12 for the revenue, we get over $2.6 billion. And same thing with the profit, annual profit, that's about over $1.1 billion, which is absolutely insane. And that's actually close to my original predictions, but for 2022, not 2023. So that's pretty interesting. With an average selling price for each vehicle of $49,000, and this is excluding EV credits. right? It's not even including EV credits. So I'm being very conservative here. We get a total revenue of over $110 billion, hitting over the 100 billion mark. That's crazy. And with a 20% operating margin, we get about over $23 billion in net income. Sheesh. Shares outstanding, I put here 3.2 billion. And with that, we get an EPS of $7.26. Now, Tesla bulls are saying about $8 EPS. This came out to be around $7.26 EPS. So, sheesh. Now it's time to give it the right PE. Now in 2023, this is the end of 2023, by the way, not in the beginning. In fact, this is actually going to be the first quarter of 2024 because that's when they release Q4. And once they release Q4, we have the entire total revenue, the EPS, the total profit, the total vehicles sold and produced, all that kind of goodies. So literally more than a year from this video. And I'm expecting at that time, we're going to be coming out of recession slowly. The stock market should have bottomed long before end of 2023 or the beginning of 2024. I kind of hope, unless something else happens, I don't know. But at that point, I'm guessing that if we're going to a bull market and with a company of Tesla that's growing around like 50%, 40% year over year, a 50 PE would make sense, in my opinion. Comment down if you guys agree or disagree with that. I'm curious to know your thoughts. But with the 50 PE, we get a stock price of $363 per share and a market cap over $1.1 trillion. Still not going to their all-time highs of about 400, so that has a ways to go, maybe mid-2024 perhaps. A 50 PE I think is reasonable end of 2023 in starting to go into a bull market and leaving a bear market, so that's nice. However though, if things are worse and not getting better, maybe a 40 PE would make sense at that time, around 291. And if you want to get super bearish and give it a PE of 30 for some stupid reason, that's about $218, around $700 billion, which is just ridiculous. I don't believe that. That's why I'm saying a PE of 50 is fair. And if we're in a super bull market and the Fed pivots and the war stops in Ukraine and everything is all like sunshines and rainbow, then we can easily see a PE of 75 going to around $550 per share. Shout out to Gary Black because that's what he is predicting. Now, I'm going to put this back to 50 PE because I think this is the average. That's what's going to happen in my opinion. Again, not financial advice, just my own opinion. But let's go on to see what the one-time fee will look like, how it differs from the monthly subscription fee. All right, let's go. Again, the same thing, 5.7 million vehicles on the road globally, 2.2 million vehicles delivered in 2023 alone, and then 2.2 million vehicles in North America alone, only in Canada and US. Sorry, man. FSD price one time is 15,000 at this point. Most likely by end of 2023 it's probably going to be increased to 17 or even 18,000. So that's bullish. But usually for this, I gave it a conversion rate of 15% because, 15,000, 20,000, if it increases to around 20,000, 18,000 for FSD, that's a separate car on its own. And many people probably can't afford that just for the FSD. So that's why I'm saying the subscription monthly is more suitable in that case, which we don't have data from Tesla yet. I really hope they really bring this data out because I really want to see what's going on. But with an FSD conversion rate of 15%, it's always been 15%. I know it's a bit more than that or a lot more than that, but I'm keeping things conservative. And with that, we get a vehicles with FSD out of the 2.2 million of 330,000 vehicles that will pay for the full thing of 15,000. So that's a sheesh moment. And as you guys can see right off the bat, the total FSD sales and the profits almost doubling for the monthly subscription. That's insane. And the same thing with the profits, almost doubling the monthly subscription fee. So that's insane. Average selling price again for 9,000. We get a total revenue of $112 billion, almost reaching 113 billion, and an OP margin of 20%. And adding the profit margins for the FSD as well. I did the same thing with the monthly. I'm not too sure if I mentioned that or not, but it's in there. And we get a total net income of almost reaching $25 billion for 2023, which is just absolutely flippin' insane. The difference between the monthly subscription and the one-time fee for the total net income is about $1.5 billion, which is a lot. But let's move on and let's see what the EPS is. Same thing, 3.2 billion in shares outstanding. We got an EPS of $7.73, closer to the $8, which some Tesla bulls are saying that's what's going to happen. And again, giving it a PE of 50, we get a stock price of $386 per share and a market cap over $1.2 trillion. Like, sheesh. But again, if we go bearish, 40 PE around 309. If we go even more bearish to 30 PE, which is ridiculous, that's about $232 per share, $750 billion, which it just doesn't make any sense. But anywho, if we go super bullish, like I said, 75 PE, that's about almost reaching $600 per share. But I'm going to say 50 PE makes sense, given the fact that we're actually leaving a bear market and going to a bull market. So that's my opinion. in my opinion alone. Putting the charts side by side, as you guys can see, the only difference is about a $20 difference between the monthly and the one-time fee. Let me know which one you guys agree with. Is the one-time fee, does that make more sense? Or does a monthly subscription make more sense? I'm really interested to know what you guys think. It's gonna be a very mixed reaction in the comments. So I'm gonna grab my popcorn and reply back to you guys as I usually do. But guys, this is a big deal. Tesla releasing widespread Tesla FSD is ridiculous. Yes, I know it's only secluded to North America, but there's about over 1.5 million vehicles in North America at the moment, and anyone can opt in for one, and that's crazy. And I'm pretty sure a lot of Tesla owners do want to have FSD on their vehicle, and this is gonna have a big impact on their financial statements. I mean, they're gonna make a boatload of money. But what I'm seeing and what I'm really more optimistic about is that what happens when this goes worldwide, and Tesla has about 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, maybe 90, 100 million vehicles on the road. And now all of a sudden, all you can do is just literally, as if you're like ordering food from DoorDash or whatever, you can go on the application, go to settings, and just have this software downloaded to you with a click of a button at a monthly rate of 200 or 250 if that's going to increase in the future. And then you don't have to drive anymore. I mean, this is just this is a cash, man. Yeah, it's crazy what's gonna happen. It's a big deal. It's a pretty big deal. I'm also expecting other car companies to ask Tesla to license it for them, and that's gonna be a whole separate business for Tesla. It's gonna be a massive, massive business for that. So that's probably gonna take another 3 to 4 or 5 years when FSD is fully mastered and really more reliable than letting another human drive a car. So yeah, it's gonna be an insane time. But I wanna know your thoughts. If you guys have a Tesla, are you guys excited about this? Do you guys wanna get FSD as soon as possible to see how it is? Or not? Let me know. Comment down below. Let's get a conversation going on. I love when you guys comment, whether you're a bear, bull, or just not even into Tesla at all. I just love replying back to you guys and reading your thoughts and comments. It's very interesting. But you know what else is interesting, guys? The Q4 delivery numbers for 2022. I predicted here. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. And you know what, guys? Support this channel by becoming a channel member or getting some merch. Check it out. Don't forget to subscribe, and I shall see you guys in the next video. See ya.